One shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes a 3 that he misses, too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fan. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
This league has seen some impressive playoff runs over the years, but we've never seen anything like the 2026 New York Knicks. They will be forever remembered as the team that proved no lead is too big and no guard is too small.
Epic, epic, epic call. It is one that's going to be remembered forever. I must have seen it now, I don't know, 50, 100, 1,000 times. I'm still getting some chills as this thing unfolds. The radio voice of the Knicks, Tyler Murray, is with us right now. All right, you tell me, because in that moment, how many times have you heard the call?
Oh, man, Mike, thanks for having me. I'm probably at least 50, probably 100, and I just watch it over and over again to see Monica, because I asked her before the game, look, if the Knicks clinch, are you going to shed a tear? Are you going to get emotional? And she said, I don't know. But the way she said it, I knew she was going to cry. And she did right there on air. It was beautiful. And yeah, we're lucky to have a moment we'll remember together forever.
Yeah, it really is amazing, because even Monica's expression as she's watching this thing unfold, and you're in the moment, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. She's doing what I was doing. I know I told you off air, we've talked about this on the show. I actually grew up in New Jersey, New York, and grew up a Knicks fan. So her reaction is like the same one that I was having just in front of my television. It was truly remarkable, and it's a moment that, candidly, I didn't think I'd ever see in my adult life. But you've now had some time to digest everything that's transpired, over the last couple of weeks or so. What to you sort of stands out the most from the game clinching night?
Just how surreal it was, and how, even though it obviously happened, it wasn't quite hitting, because, as you said, Knicks fans for decades have figured, look, we love this team, we love this game, we're going to watch no matter what. Maybe it's just not in the cards for us. Maybe this is supposed to be a league run by teams, and we're just a really popular squad in a major market with the best arena in sports. This wasn't necessarily supposed to be part of the equation, but to have a guy like Jalen Brunson and a team like this pull off what really will be remembered as one of the great playoff runs ever, it's so special, and it's so well deserved for a place that just loves the game of basketball. So I'm so happy for Knicks fans.
Yeah, look, I don't want to get you to Jalen Brunson in just a moment, but you are around this team a ton. You have special access to some of these guys. What's the story, the moment that you think needs to be highlighted that Knicks fans maybe just aren't aware of?
I think you've heard a lot about sacrifice and how a way to come together, but it was a quote after the All-Star break where Karl Anthony Towns said he wants to be a superstar in his role. And you heard a lot throughout the season about, okay, where does he fit in with this Mike Brown system? Are they maximizing all this talent? And then once you heard a quote like that from a guy who can be first-team All-NBA in the right situation, Hall of Famer guaranteed now, Karl Anthony Towns, to hear him say, I want to be a superstar in my role, that clicked something in my head at least. And then the numbers bore it out. He was like leading the team next to Mitchell Robinson in offensive rebounding. He was crashing the glass like crazy. Add that into his great improved defense and his three-point shooting. That's just one small example of how everyone kind of rallied around the concept of winning. And all the cliches you hear about, we don't care about stats, we just want a ring. Every team says it. This team walked the walk. And it's certainly gratifying to see them celebrated for how unselfishly they all played.
Yeah, a couple of minutes ago, you made reference to the greatest arena in the country. We got Rudy on this show. Q Rich was with me the other day. Both of these guys have been in the Garden. They've raved about the atmosphere. Because you're there every single night, is there a way that you can describe not just the excitement and the energy, but maybe even sprinkle in some of that anxiety as these games were unfolding for the Knicks fans that, obviously wanted it so bad and at times maybe even left a little disappointed? They're only once in the finals.
Yes, it's a sense of release when they win these games. It's cathartic for the fans. That's why it gets so loud when good things happen, because they're so wound up, almost expecting things to go wrong. And around the arena, especially after that OG Anunoby tip, that won Game 4, and you could probably look back and say it probably won the whole NBA Finals. Yeah. The reaction from the fans was almost like you're looking around in the middle of a school of fish. And it's just gyrations back and forth, hands in the air, people losing control of their bodies. People were throwing popcorn in the air, was landing on the broadcast table, and it made perfect sense. It was not an overreaction. And when Anunoby did this, everybody lost their mind. You see no one's even clapping their hands. They're just going berserk because they saw something that we've never seen before, and we might, again, a theory swinging on a tip like that.
Every time I watch that play, and you see Adam Sandler, I was actually going to bring him up. There's something new that you can, as you're watching it. We were doing a replay the other day, and it's this low-angle replay. Sandler's hands going up are like two of the first pairs of hands in the entire stands as this thing is about to fall in and right off the fingertips of OG. It's kind of cool because you're doing all the people watching. But Jalen, in his post-game interviews throughout the course of this postseason, kept preaching team, always having each other's back. You just made reference to sort of that storyline as well. Brunson specifically, can you give me context on not just what he meant to the team, because that I think is abundantly obvious, but what he's meant to the city?
Yeah, they're doing a Mount Rushmore now in New York sports of the modern day heroes and champions. It's Derek Jeter, Eli Manning, Jalen Brunson, and then the debate is who's number 4. He is so firmly established after this one championship as the greatest NBA hero in the city since Clyde, perhaps, since Willis Reed, that it'll make your head spin, but it's well-deserved. I remember after the first time the Knicks got knocked out of the playoffs with Brunson at the helm, they beat the Cavs in round 1, they lost to the Heat in round 2, and his quote at the end of the was, well, when you don't win, you lose. Yeah. And then he trailed off. And you could just tell how much Jalen Brunson hates to lose. And obviously that drives his competitiveness and passion to win. And this is a guy who refused to be in the same room as the trophy. He did not want to see any Larry O'Brien trophy logos. And somehow up 3-0 Philly and 3-0 against Cleveland and 3-1 against the Spurs. The question was always, how does it feel to be one win away from moving on or winning? And he would always say 0-0. And you saw it trickle down to a guy like OG Anunoby, who is understated and humble no matter what. But his reaction after that iconic tip-in, even the game, was, it's cool. We're all excited. Deadpan. So Brunson sets the tone, and it obviously led to some great winning.
It's still remarkable when I see OG's face, and I've seen those press conferences and those interviews. I'm like, bro, we got to get excited here. That was epic. By the way, you made reference to it, and I was going to ask you because I grew up in New York. I grew up on the sports talk radio. I missed those conversations. I assumed the debate was going to be about Jalen Brunson being the greatest Knick, and I thought Ewing would be into that conversation as well, depending on that era. But it's funny, the great pantheon of New York athletes, because you mentioned Jeter and where Brunson is sort of special there. I think, did I hear that right? Did Rick say that, hey, let's just squash this? Patrick Ewing is the greatest Knick of all time. Did I see that quote properly?
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up, Mike. He said, the greatest free agent signing of all time is not my son, it's Shaq. The greatest Knick ever is Patrick Ewing. And, of course, Rick played with Patrick Ewing as part of that 99 Eastern Conference Finals team. But Rick Brunson, of course, gets well-deserved credit for helping Jalen realize what it took to make the NBA, the famous videos about doing practice drills when he was a kid, and, of course, coaching him now. But not just the hands-on tactician part of it and the training. I think it's the humility of a guy like Rick Brunson that's been infused into Jalen. He's a journeyman. What he had, I think I have this right, 8 contracts in 8 years or 9 contracts in 9 years, always the last guy on the roster. And the reason Rick Brunson was able to hang around as long as he did in the NBA was because he was such a dogged defender and such an intense player that coaches wanted him around. Maybe he wasn't going to get starting minutes or any minutes, but he was going to help everybody get better in practice by going all out at all times. To think of Jalen as an offensive player, but that mentality that he got from his dad, and I'm sure other members of his family, he's able to carry that over into being an absolute winner. And it's just the perfect recipe for really one of the greatest players of the modern NBA era.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me, there's like that mentality, that blue collarness that Knicks fans wanted to see from their players. And I remember when Rick used to check into a game, a little different when Alvarado goes in, but you could feel it inside MSG, and as you were watching these games, like they were rooting for this dude out there because of some of the things that you made reference to, and that journeyman who was just ready to grind it out. Before we let you get going, last thing I want to ask you here, because this whole season, as you know, like wasn't a straight line up for success. At what point this year did you say, you know what, like this team is going to do it?
When they beat the Spurs in the NBA Cup, because it's a great team. They had just beat Oklahoma City. I forget the Thunder's record at that time, but they had maybe lost once or twice all year.
Yeah.
And we're talking mid-December. When I saw the Spurs with Wembanyama on a minutes limit, when I saw them beat the Thunder, I said, okay, San Antonio's got a real chance to get out of the West. And then the Knicks, it's crazy to say now, not only did they beat the Spurs, they overcame a double-digit deficit in the second half. And man, did that bear out in the finals. Not always in the second half, having double-digit deficits in all four of their wins. So there was a path that had to line up a certain way. And with OKC being banged up, give me the Knicks against anybody the way they were playing. But the way things lined up, this team clearly locked in after Game 3 against Atlanta, realizing the opportunity at hand. And every team with a chance like this takes advantage. And the Knicks absolutely did, and they should be proud of that.
Yeah, and they get to celebrate on Thursday. Taylor, appreciate you stopping by with us, giving us your perspective. Enjoy Thursday's parade. Great job all season. And I know Knicks fans cannot wait to hear your championship call next season.
Here's hoping. Thanks a lot, Mike.